Everybody, this is Gojo, and I'm bringing you guys new what if Issei from DxD universe was a half-saiyan. Also, shout out to my recent subscribers, Turbo Leader and Unconkly, if I say that correctly. So yeah, shout out to those two. As for now, we get into this what if you're wondering how is Issei gonna become a half-saiyan, well, to say the least, Issei wouldn't become a half-saiyan, with his father being a full-blooded Saiyan and his mother being a human. But his father would have been no ordinary Saiyan. He actually would have been trained a long time ago by one of the angels, alongside some of the yokais that they're in the DxD universe. Saiyans can naturally learn ki and control incredibly better than any other races that they have ever faced, except the Frost Demons. If you're wondering, Frieza is also in this what if, just so you guys know. You say it's more like a combination between Goku and Gohan. For his potential, I'm practically taking his DxD potential and fusing it with, I'm gonna say, someone's potential like Gohan, while decreasing it by the same potential as Goku. So most likely his potential as a hybrid is a lot better than a full-blooded Saiyan. Now his father would have trained him incredibly hard and help him control his powers. If you want to, in this what if Yusei is not a pervert, he's actually a good person. Also, most of the girls who most likely simp for him in Kiba while in the Ko Academy. While Yusei would have been most likely training for martial arts and being a great student, he most likely have around, I'm gonna say, mid grades, and that they were pretty good, but not that good. So yeah. Yusei is incredibly smart and incredibly balanced strategist. If wondering, he can use the same technique as Go can. If wondering what techniques he can, I'm gonna say that I mean that Yusei can use all of Goku's techniques from the Kamehameha to into transmission. If wondering how would he ever learn it, most likely that his father would manage to learn it after a couple of years and eventually taught it to Yusei so he can use it a lot better. If you're wondering, Yusei doesn't know that he he has other abilities like the secret gear with the Drake. He doesn't know that, nor does he know the Drake. But he's incredibly powerful, unlike the original. If wondering, the original Yusei was at the lower levels, and if he was in a Dragon Ball universe from the beginning of these universe, I'll most likely say that his power was around 3. But since he's training with his form and he's a hybrid Saiyan, most likely he will have incredible ki control, alongside able to handle off multiple fallen angels in the DxD universe with literal ease. I mean that this Yusei is actually incredibly powerful and strong at the same time, making him incredibly strong and powerful. With this, practically Yusei is the most powerful being on Earth, but he does not do incredibly hard training. Yes, he does train and enjoys it, but he does not do hardcore training. But he does still continue on with his training and continues with his daily life. Eventually, the fallen angel Rainer will appear and try to kill Yusei. Of course, Yusei managed to put up a better fight, alongside Frost Demons try to also attack him, being most of the Frieza's henchmen so they can finish off the last Saiyan. Well, as they think that Yusei is the last Saiyan, but his father and him are the last Saiyans to exist for now. So yeah, most likely that the Frieza soldiers will most likely have an incredibly tough time dealing with Yusei, since he's practically a half-Saiyan who has trained with his father for multiple years and has incredible ki control. He managed to hold him off for a pretty good time, but he will start to get tired after a couple of hours have passed. Reiner will still manage to stab Yusei, but Yusei managed to kill all the other Frost demons and leave Reiner injured. As he will lay down almost near death, he'll try to stand up so he can recover energy, but his body fails him as he falls to the ground. Riaz then appears as she manages to heal him and bring him back to his house. You'll see after waking up, we'll see, of course, Riaz in her birthday suit. If you all guys know what I mean, you'll see. So yeah, you'll see Blush asks her what she's doing in his house and how did she get here. Is he then remembers what happened yesterday. You see, asks Riz if that was real, with Riz confirming it, and yeah. You see when confused of how he's still alive, with Riz explaining to Yusei that she managed to heal him. You see when confused, and she explains that she'll tell him everything tomorrow. With Yusei of course nodding as she teleports away. making sure that she doesn't cause trouble. He was still confused by the whole situation of him practically being revived by someone. It's practically weird and strange at the same time. Eventually, Kiba manages to bring Yusei to a cold research group, when Rias and her peers will be there. With, of course, Yusei meeting Akino, Koniko, and Kiba, of course, being her knight. Yusei is incredibly powerful in for his strength and speed. He's incredibly skilled fighter. If you're wondering, his skill as a fighter is most likely like Goku when he faced off against Piccolo in before the Dragon Ball Z timeline. So yeah, this Yusei is incredibly strong and powerful on his own. He can use ki, but of course his ki power is actually a lot more than his magic. We will explain about everything about how to deals. What, of course, Yusei not being that too shocked. He's just surprised, but nothing else. Actually, be quite shocked to know that he's not shocked, but because he said that if he was a human, he would have a heart attack or to most. But he's not. They were confused by that, as Yusei explains that he is a half-saiyan, practically half human, half Saiyan, and guess now he's a half devil, thanks to Rias. Yusei explains that his father is a full-blooded Saiyan. They practically exist from a race that lived long ago when they if you're wondering, I'm going to explain the ancient war between angels, fallen angels, demons, and the battle between the two heavenly dragons. If wondering, Saiyans would have been existing, but they will not be as much, since practically they would have died in the war, with Yusei's father being the only last survivor. If wondering, most of the Saiyans would have been extinct by Frieza since he fears their power. Frieza is not entirely cool like the original, since yes, he is incredibly powerful and his strength is much stronger, and you could say that Frieza and in this timeline is actually stronger since he practically has magic and ki at the same time. So that Frieza is actually stronger than the original canon Frieza that we all know. It is actually surprised to know that everyone hears it. It is actually surprised to know that. Everyone is surprised to know that Yusei is not a human, only half human, and he's an alien. With, of course, Yusei saying that it's no big deal. It's your real Issei tail. Of course, actually kind of stunned of knowing that he practically has a tail. With Yusei actually asking Koniko if she's hiding something, because he can feel that she's hiding something. She can use ki like him, but in a different way. Koniko tells him to shut up. It's not his business to talk about it. Yusei is taken aback a little, but Riz explains that it's something from the past that Koniko does not want to talk about. Riz accepts Koniko's personal space. He tells her that he respects it. What Koniko tells him is he just told him to not mention it. With Yusei nodding. Riz then explains everything about the secret gear, with Yusei able to easily summon the boosted gear in its complete transformation. Everyone is quite stunned to know that practically Yusei has the boosted gear, the most powerful of the one of the two most powerful long-liners in the entire history of the DxD universe. Yusei of course doesn't know about the secret gears, but you've been pretty interested of knowing of what they mean by strongest. With of course Riz explaining about the secret gear and then Drake revealing himself. Of course, everyone appears as if Yusei would have been surprised, with who's been the most surprised since it shouldn't be happening this soon. But Drake practically explains to her that Yusei is incredibly powerful and he can practically allow him to talk to him at any time he wants. Yusei is incredibly powerful, and even without him, he can even defeat multiple fallen angels if he wanted to. Which was practically exhausted because of the battle between the frost demons. If we're doing a regular frost demons or equivalent to most likely fallen angels to our high rank frost demons, or equivalent to, you could say, high rank demons, which are incredibly powerful and much higher than fallen angels. So yeah, with all of them practically being surprised of knowing that practically Yusei is this powerful, you still have practically accept Drake not only as a partner but also as a friend. With Drake being happy, seeing as now everything will go as the same as it did in his past with his previous host. Since his previous host most likely would have used him for power so he can defeat the White Dragon Emperor. While, unlike all of them, Yusei is a much more calm and peace type. Even though he's a Saiyan at nature that wants to fight until the end, he is much more respectable to fight and also spare sometimes his opponent. Remember, Issei does not have the same mindset he had in the original, but he most likely wants to save people that who need to be saved and protect the innocents. And since he's a devil, he'll most likely do a better job than he did in the beginning when he actually became one. He managed to get multiple, of, of course, mentions and asking of, you would say, tasks that he would have gotten from those who summoned him. If you're wondering, in this universe, devils were summoned so they can do something with the humans. If you're wondering, no, this is not that kind of sus stuff. Most likely talk about something, explain, talk, and many other things. So yeah. Usually when I'm in summon is the person that will have summon would actually expect Konako, but just explain that she's incredibly busy for the moment. When the person being aggravated, but he decides to accept it. Yeah, as you see, if he has something special with him, with of course usually showing the secret gear, and I'll show you how he can control Ki. Which actually surprises him and actually asks him if he knows about Dragon Ball. Yes, Dragon Ball actually is in the timeline, and Yusuke kind of inspired by it. If you're wondering, he actually want to name himself Red Dragon Emperor Goku, or just Dragon Goku. But he decided to stick with a name or nickname that he wanted to be known as Draguna Goku. Yeah, he wants this to be his nickname if he ever to become a hero or to be known as a famous person. Well, of course, the fan of Dragon Ball want him to show what he can do with his ki, but usually thinks this is incredibly dangerous if he uses too much. But he managed to make a ki construct of a little dragon. With of course the fan being instantly surprised and taking his phone to take pictures, with Yusuke just smiling nervously. We have to explain to Yusei that after he returns that he cannot use magic as well as her and Akuno, since most likely that his ki control is much more powerful than his magic, so it's kind of unbalanced. She tells him that he must work on it, but he'll most likely able to get an incredible help from the Drake. Which I tell him, you say that he would have no problem with him. If he was only a devil and a Saiyan, he must have a little bit of struggle, but with him, it will be practical breeze. Lucy thanks the Drake, as the Drake tells him that it's no problem. And this is the end of this part, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And I really think to on those two new subscribers that subscribe to my channel. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this. See you around, guys. Take care, my Z fans, and wait for more. It is actually my first DxD What If. Who would have guessed? See you guys. Bye.